Good morning, everybody. My name is Sergio Bandinelli. I work for Tecnalia Ventures in Spain, and I'm here today to talk to you about the understanding of the business and innovation ecosystem in Europe, and in particular about what Europe has to offer to Latin American entrepreneurs and innovators seeking internationalization. In particular, I'm going to tell you about a project that we are starting now, and it's called EU-LAC Digital Accelerator. It's an accelerator for joint ventures between companies in Europe and companies in Latin America and Caribbean that are bringing together their forces in new joint ventures. Okay? So this EU-LAC Digital Accelerator has the main objective of strengthening and partnership links between the European Union and Latin American and Caribbean for innovation and digital transformation. We are putting the focus in digital transformation because this is an area where the digital technologies are changing, are disrupting the market, and therefore this is for good and for bad, okay? Because this is bringing new changes in the market, but these new changes are also bringing new opportunities. So the objective here is to take advantage of those opportunities as a way to develop these partnership links between Europe and Latin America. How we are going to do so? Well, first of all, we will concentrate in some high opportunity areas. High potential opportunity areas that are those areas where we see that the digital transformation are bringing differential value. The digital technologies and digital transformation is actually changing in transversal way many verticals, many sectors. Okay, so we are putting the focus in those sectors where we see that the collaboration from Europe, Latin American and Caribbean have a differential value. So once we have established these opportunity areas, the second step is to match organizations from both sides of the Atlantic. On one side, we are looking for challenges from corporates, okay? So we start by the needs of collaboration. We are starting from the challenges that established companies have in addressing digital transformation. On the other side, once we have these challenges, we can go to startups and innovative SMEs that have the potential capabilities to match these challenges and solve these challenges. Okay, so step number one, go to the corporates. Step number two, go to the startups and SMEs to match with the corporate needs. And once we have these matchings, we are hoping that this matching establish new ways of collaboration between startups and corporations. These collaborations may become joint ventures, may become new activities between corporates and startups. And of course, these activities, they need to be funded with resources to become a reality. Okay, so what we have here is a joint venture building acceleration services to support the development of the business case behind these collaborations. The acceleration services, they translate into up to a value of 40k euros acceleration services to reach this investment readiness level and be presented to funding institutions or to investors that, as we said, eventually can fund the development of the joint venture. So, as I said, the first side of the matching is the corporates. When we say corporates, we said we are referring to any established company that has challenges to address the digital transformation. Okay, through the open innovation and through their open innovation schemes, they seek collaboration with the startups, but they do not always have the ability to connect with the right startups or to connect with the ones that are bringing a differential value to them. So we are helping corporates in, first of all, identifying and publishing their challenges and making this connection with the startups from the other side of the Atlantic or even between Caribbean and the rest of Latin America. The opportunity areas can be of different kinds and ranging from agri-food, health, transport, mobility, smart industry, and in general, many different verticals where the digital transformation can bring an innovation. Okay? So we will address these opportunity areas in different stages, in different calls for matching for matching between corporates and startups. If you are a startup on the other side, we are looking for you if you have innovative digital-based solutions that may eventually match the needs and the challenges that the corporates are publishing. We want to connect with startups that's well, on one side, of course, they are willing to expand internationally and they're willing to cross the Atlantic and be able to get business on the other side of the Atlantic. And for that, they need to have some finished products or services so that they can offer them in a coherent way for those corporates. Okay. Once we make the connection between the startup and the corporate, as we said, we are supporting that new joint venture with some services that may be valued up to 40,000 euros. The startups may be good in different digital technologies, as we said, ranging from cybersecurity, blockchain, data analytics, robotics, navigation systems, IoT, and so on. Okay, so any digital technology, the broad possibilities of digital technologies are good for startups that we said may match the needs of corporates. In addition to startups and corporates, the project is also counting with the support of other stakeholders. We mentioned before the investors. The investors, once these joint ventures have been established, the investors and the funding institutions in general will be presented to these joint ventures to establish connections with them and eventually get some funding and get some resources to develop the joint venture. Accelerators and business associations, we see them as channels to get to startups through the accelerators and to corporates through business associations. Accelerators in general in Latin America, but also in the rest of the world, they tend to have a regional scope, and through this project we are expecting to offer them also services at international level. Okay, so bringing the possibility of connecting the startups from the accelerator, connecting with, as we said, corporates from an international perspective. Okay, in particular in this case from Europe or from Latin America. Business associations are very active now in helping companies in developing open innovation. So business associations are also a very effective way to get to corporations that want to get involved in this open innovation scheme, corporate venture scheme, and connect with the startups, the best startups worldwide. And public bodies, of course, are also bringing the context in which this is happening. Public bodies establish the regional or country's strategy, and what we want to do through this project is to support those strategies and make sure that we have an alignment with the investments and the public strategies that are developed by each country. So who is behind the EU-LAC Digital Accelerator? As I said, I work for Tecnalia Ventures. Tecnalia is actually leading the project. Tecnalia is a technological center based in Spain, in northern Spain, Bilbao, in San Sebastian. And we are working with companies in Europe and also in the rest of the world. In particular, we have offices in different countries, in particular in Colombia through Tecnalia Colombia. In addition to Tecnalia, the other partners of the projects are IESE, who is a business school, very renowned business school and very active in the field of corporate venture and entrepreneurship with startups. Wayra, which is the corporate venture capital of Telefónica, a very well-known and international company in the telecommunication sector. And other partners are EVAN, European Business Angel Network, that's the side of the investors, let's say. European Business Network, EBN, that's a network of accelerators in Europe and willing to open up that acceleration network also to Latin America. The project has a specific focus in the Caribbean area, and that's why we are also involved in Caribbean exports. This is an agency based in Barbados that has very strong links with many companies and agents in the Caribbean. And the other two partners are Expertise France, also very active in the cooperation projects in Europe, in France in particular, but in the whole Europe with different other regions. And BitLab, the Inter-American Development Bank, who has also several initiatives, very relevant initiatives in Latin America regarding entrepreneurship and investments. We see that there is a lot of possibilities for collaboration with ENRICH in LAC. ENRICH in LAC has already a network in Latin America and the Caribbean, and this network is already working. So we see an opportunity to connect to this network, connect in particular with the matching platform that ENRICH has, and being able to build on top of that platform to create new business through this matching platform. Okay? We see an opportunity to promote our events and our activities through the news that has the news and different announcements that ENRICH in LAC has. And also we see a very interesting opportunity for organizations crossing the Atlantic, for the startups or SMEs crossing the Atlantic and establishing in Latin America to partner with the soft landing hubs as a way of facilitating the access to a new country or a new region. How can we get in contact to work together? Well, that is very easy. We have already a web page, which is the URL of the web page is EU-LAC Digital Accelerator.com. Very easy. You have the QR there. You can access through it. And at the end of the web page, there is a form that you can complete, very simple form with your data. And with that, by providing that data, you can receive all the announcements of the upcoming calls and matching processes that we are developing in the next few months. Okay. Actually, the month of July, we are starting with a new call, and you will be receiving, if of course, if you connect to this webpage, you will be receiving all the details on how to participate in this new course. So that is all from my side. I hope that this project is bringing you the tools and the mechanisms to facilitate all entrepreneurs and innovators in Latin America and Caribbean to access the resources that the European Union is putting forward in this project, and more specifically to connect to potential customers in Europe with companies, very relevant companies that are addressing challenges in the area of digital transformation, if they are renewing their offering, if they are addressing diversification, and startups and entrepreneurs in Latin America may be very relevant in partnering with these companies to address these challenges. Thank you again, and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Hello again, and thank you very much for participating in this class and this topic. It's a pleasure for us to have you with us in our program. So I would like to thank you again and just say that the Enriching LAC Center, it's an association that's located in Latin America. And obviously we put together, as I mentioned before, we put together Europe and Latin America. As a center, we coordinate this, we coordinate the services, and we are at your disposal to support you in any time, in any sense, to make possible our main objective, which is innovation, internationalization, and make sure that we come to the reality and projects that will benefit not only our business and our companies, but also the whole humanity. Thank you very much for being here with us. Bye-bye.